What's going on, everyone? HueFin News is coming at you today with another daily cryptocurrency market analysis. Today is October the 3rd, 2017, and the cryptocurrency market took a little nosedive today. The market closed lower for a lot of the major cryptocurrencies, and it's likely that since Bitcoin ended the day lower, that majority of the other cryptos also followed suit. So it won't be as no surprise that majority of these cryptos also closed lower. You guys can see from this website that the market cap also lost $3 billion on today, because yesterday the market stood at 148 billion and today it is now at 145 billion. So obviously profit taking was occurring in the market, or a lot of these crypto was also trending lower, and some of these crypto was also trading right around the area of resistance. So it wasn't surprising that the market closed lower, especially if you watched our video on yesterday. We said that the cryptos were going to move lower, and in fact they did. So before we get started, we at HueFin News are giving you guys the news according to the charts. We are not investment advisors, and we are not giving you guys investment advice, but rather we're giving you something more important, something more powerful than technical analysis or fundamental analysis or even investment advice. We're giving you guys the language according to the charts. We are the only channel on YouTube who is able to give you guys the language according to the charts. We are the first and only channel who is doing that. So please make sure you guys continue to subscribe and like these videos, because our purpose is to allow you guys the opportunity to gain confidence and understanding the language, to become more proficient in this language so you too can become more profitable in the market. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to start out to see the percentage gains and or losses for some of these cryptocurrencies. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is down almost 2%, Ethereum down 1.65, Ripple is positive but not by much, 0.03%. They are up. Bitcoin Cash is down 3.06, Litecoin 2.08, Dash down 4.14, Neo down almost 9%, IOTA down, Monero is up, Ethereum Classic is down. So you guys can see that the overall market for the cryptocurrency is trending lower. And even if you look at the little small graphs that they have here on the right side, you guys can see that the market has been trending lower for quite some time. So we're going to go ahead and check out and look at the Bitfinex website to see when will this market turn to the positive, and we think it's going to be relatively soon. So first of all, we're going to check out Bitcoin. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is down 1.83%. Last trade was at $4,316.70. So looking at the daily chart, so we forecasted that Bitcoin was going to move lower because we had all this volume that came in on yesterday on the smaller spread, and a bar closed lower than high. So the market closed lower, and we got that today. We said that Bitcoin could come and touch $4,200, and look what happened. The market came all the way down to $4,210, pretty close to our area that we said Bitcoin was going to touch. Take note that the market also closed in the middle of the bar, which lets us know that there was some buying occurring in today's market. So today bar looks like a trial run. So you guys will begin to notice that the market gives you a lot of trial run bars, because they are constantly trying to gauge how many sellers are in the market. So now, if you guys been watching our videos, in the past couple of weeks, as well as the first video, one titled just some of the basics, you guys will note that a trial run bar is one to where you have to wait until the confirmation of the next day trading bar to see if the buyers were successful in buying up the selling that occurred on that previous day. So we have that same situation here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is giving us a trial run bar. It's kind of like a consumption bar too, because the spread of this bar is very wide, and to see that the market coming to close in the middle is also a consumption bar as well. But we're expecting Bitcoin to trade sideways. So it might come back down and touch that $4,200 area, or it might come back up to 4,400 because the volume is also heavier, or it's almost the same as what it was yesterday. So it tells us that buying was definitely in the market on today. So the market may actually trade a little higher on tomorrow. But we can't give you a definite direction of where we think Bitcoin is going to go, because this is a trial run bar. So we would like to get the confirmation on tomorrow. But just note, it looks like Bitcoin is going to be trading sideways, just like it's been doing around the August time frame, where the market was just bouncing and hitting that resistance around $4,200. It looks like Bitcoin is going to be doing the same thing. And what we want to see while Bitcoin is trading around this area are more precursors of strength. So we had a precursors of strength occurring on the October 1st. This is a trial run bar. The market closed higher tomorrow. That is another precursors of strength. See, the more precursors of strength you get, the more likely it is that Bitcoin is going to come back up to that $4,600 area. So we're looking for Bitcoin in the short term just to trade sideways. And if it moves lower, then expect it at least come and touch $4,200 again. If it moves higher, then we're sticking at $4,400. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and check out Ethereum. Ethereum is down 1.70%. Last trade was at $291.72. So we have another down day today for Ethereum, just like Bitcoin. The volume is almost the same as yesterday, so the market is trading neutral comparative to the volume and also the spread of the bar. We're not getting a lot of widespread bars, and we're not getting excessive volume on these bars, which is a pretty good sign into indicating that the market is going to continue to move sideways. Okay, so we're looking for at least Ethereum to come to 280 possibly, but it can also come back up and trade around the highs from the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd of October. So the 30th of September and the 1st and 2nd of October, Ethereum can come back and touch those areas as well. So by we having this bar to where buyers came in the market, if they're successful on the buying that occurred today, then the market will move higher. But since the volume is not light than it was the last couple of trading days, is why we're giving us pause to say that the market is going to be moving higher. So that's why we're just going to stick with our analysis for Ethereum, that they're going to continue to trade sideways until we get the confirmation on tomorrow's bar. And then next, we're going to go ahead and check out Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash was down 4.84%. Last trade was at $401. So finally, after 6 days of trading lower right here along this area of resistance, Bitcoin Cash finally came down to our $400 area that we mentioned on our last two videos. And we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to be moving higher from this area, because you guys can notice the volume for today is extremely light. So that tells us that the selling volume is being bought up and it is being reduced substantially as the market came towards its $400 area. So by this light volume, it gives us a lot more confidence into stating that Bitcoin should be moving higher from this point. Now, we do have these precursors of strength in the background, so please have an exit strategy prepared just in case Bitcoin breaks through this area support, because it's likely that the market participants would like to come and scare traders into thinking that the market's going to move lower, but then actuality it come back and close higher. So just take note of that fact as well, because if it does move lower, it might come down to around 372 just to mark this downward line that we've drawn. So Bitcoin Cash could possibly come all the way down to 372, and that will be a good entry point if it does. But it's also trading right here around that area of support to where Bitcoin started moving higher. So please pay attention to that. And the volume is also light, which gives us a little bit more confidence that Bitcoin Cash is going to be trading higher. So next we're going to go check out Ripple. So Ripple is up 0.08%. Last trade was at 20 cents. So we have a trial run bar again for Ripple, but one of the positive things for Ripple is that it did not want to stay below that 20 cents support line that was drawn. So it looks like that the market will continue to move sideways to possibly higher for Ripple. And the fact that the volume for today is also lighter than what it was yesterday tells us that the buyers was in here buying up the volume. So the market for Ripple looks to be trading sideways to higher. So please pay attention to that fact. That is our analysis for Ripple, is for them to continue to trade sideways to higher. And next we're going to go ahead and check out Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 2.63%. Last trade was at $51.92. So Litecoin has been moving lower over the last 3 trading days. The bar has been giving us down bars, and as you guys can see, every day that the market was moving lower, the volume has been getting smaller and smaller. So it looks like Litecoin is going to be making a move higher for the fact that the volume is also lighter. The market buyers also came into the market today on a smaller spread. You guys can definitely see that on light volume, which gives us the precursors of strength, and we're expecting Litecoin to trade sideways to higher as well. So next we're going to go ahead and check out Dash. So Dash is down 3.64%. Last trade was at $296.60. Looking at the daily price chart, you guys can see that there was a definite push to move the market lower for Dash, and the buyers came in to try to suppress the market, but the volume is higher compared to the other cryptos that we looked at earlier. So take note of that fact too. And it still looks like Dash is in the forecast to move lower towards that 280 mark, and we're looking for it to come to 280 to act as support. And if we don't get any precursors of strength at $280, then we're going to expect it to move down to 260. So those are 2 areas that we're looking for Dash to at least come to, but our first area is $280. So our analysis for Dash is for it to at least come down and touch $280. And it might touch $280 and close higher above that, just to give you guys a heads up. So next we're going to go ahead and check out Neo. So looking at Neo on this TradingView website, you guys can see that the stockpile manifested itself today in a down bar on a very wide spread. You guys can see that the market definitely tried to push the price for NEO down, and the buyers also came in. So we need to see again if the buyers were successful in the market, but by such of this wide spread and then a huge stockpile that came in the market, is probable that we are interpreting that NEO is going to be moving lower, and it might just move just a little lower, but we're expecting it to move lower to possibly sideways. And then we're going to go ahead and check out Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is down 2.21%. Last trade was at $12.19. You guys can see on the daily price chart that Ethereum Classic had buyers in the market on light volume, which is a pretty good sign for them, but we need to get confirmation on the next day. But as the market was moving lower, just like Litecoin, the volume has been getting smaller and smaller, and for the market to come down and dip to a low of $11.77 and for it to close at $12.33 tells us that there's a lot of precursors of strength in today's bar, that the buyers were there and the sellers did not come out today. So we're expecting Ethereum Classic to trade sideways to higher. And then the last one for today is going to be Monero. So Monero is up 0.94%. Last trade was at $92.23. And we finally got us a precursors of strength bar for Monero. For the market to come and shoot lower, and the market was able to close higher than yesterday's bar, it's a precursor of strength. The volume is also backing that the buyers was in the market. Please note that the market wasn't able to close at the high, so sellers were still in the market for Monero, but this bar is still a precursor of strength. So we're expecting Monero to move higher from where it currently is trading, and it looks like we're aiming for $100 for Monero. Okay, the market may trade sideways on tomorrow or even a lower, but today we finally got us a change in tone for Monero, and it's on this bar here. So please pay attention to it. We're expecting to trade sideways to higher for Monero. So that's all we got for today. This is how simple it is to understand these price bars and volume. It tells you where the market is likely to go, and this is one powerful information and language that you guys are getting that no one else is able to give to you. So please make sure you guys continue to watch these videos to increase your confidence in the market, as well to increase your profitability, because we peel back all of those indicators that so many other people use before you go in and make a decision. See, we've done 9 cryptocurrencies in less than 15 minutes, right? Because the first 4 minutes was the overall introduction of what the cryptos did today. But over 15 minutes, we analyzed 9 cryptocurrencies and gave you directions on where these cryptos are going to go. That's how powerful this language is, because we have taken off those indicators, because the more indicators you have on your chart, the more decisions you'll have to make. And it causes you to hesitate in the market, because one indicator is telling you this, another indicator is telling you that, and you end up getting hesitation in your fingers to actually go through the trade. So when you just have the price bar and the volume, you don't have to make decisions, because this is the language. The only thing you have to worry about is the interpretation of your interpretation of the markets, right? So That's the only thing you'll have to overcome in understanding the language of the market, is how you interpret the price bars and the volume. And we'll give you guys opportunities to learn more about this in our trading courses, our language courses, to make sure you guys are up to speed and become more confident in this language, because being profitable for so long in the market becomes just like a regular old day. And you guys begin to say, okay, let me see if I could go out and help other people. So that's one of the reasons why this channel was started as well, because just making the money on your own, it becomes great, but then it becomes just a regular day. I mean, just making money after a while. So that's why we started this channel, to try to increase the language knowledge of a lot of the retail traders, institutional traders, or anybody else who's just interested in learning a new language that you are able to leave and keep for the rest of your lives. So that's all I got for today. Guys, continue to watch and subscribe to these videos. Guys, got questions or comments, leave it in the comments section. The timestamps are in the description to save you guys some time on looking at these whole videos. If you're just more interested in one particular cryptocurrency, you could use those timestamps in the description of the videos as well. So guys, appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and continue to share and let other people know about this channel, because this language will eventually become widespread. And it's great that you guys are one of the first ones to get this knowledge and understanding. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys.